Paralympics 2024-2030. And that's why you've seen we passed in the cabinet and I presented to the parliament the sports development policy. We're the only country in the region to have developed such a policy. In that policy, the government clearly demonstrates that sports shall be a vehicle for unity and peace in our country. But more importantly, sports shall not leave anybody behind. And that's why today I'm happy that the Blind Football Association has come together to launch this very important league. And I see that it has been linked to the 2028 Olympic Games, which of course is also a priority, that by that year, we're not only going as one or two associations, we're going as many associations as we can. We are told, and I believe so, that disability is not inability. And so today, we can see people that are resilient, people that are determined, people that are focused. Because whether you have one leg or you're not seeing, it's different. But you have the same abilities to achieve the goals like other people. And our country is a country of equal opportunities. So that if you are a person with disabilities, you will not be left behind, especially in sports, where we now have this policy that is inclusive of everybody. As you play, we would like to see unity among yourselves, because sports is a language that unites us all. So as young people, we must carry the torch that our country should always become number one in sports, whether it's blind football or all the games. And you've got a partner in the ministry. We are there for sports because we see that in the region, with good resources that we have now determined, there shall be no competitor. We have seen in athletics, basketball, and football, and all the games, that in fact, the rest will just follow us. I was talking to my counterpart in Kenya and Ethiopia. I was telling them with athletics, you will be coming to train with us because we have got huge potential as well. And I think they have seen that with the example we have demonstrated in basketball, what I told them is not a joke. So in the region, we want to believe in the blind football. So that when you play, don't play as underdog. People have always said we have challenges. We don't talk about challenges, as mentioned earlier. We talk about opportunities. So when you go and play with the mindset that you're going to win. Because that way, you will surely win and bring back the cup and represent South Sudan in the Olympic Games 2028. The ministry will do all that's possible to support all the federations, all the sports, especially blind football and all the games that ensure inclusivity of all our youth. Finally, I heard before that there were challenges with registration. I'd like to make sure that the ministry is there as a partner with all the federations. So as a mandate, go to the Directorate of Sports, your leaders will go there and present these challenges. We'll be sure to make sure that they are addressed immediately. Because as government, we're there to facilitate. We're not there to create barriers. We're there to facilitate to make sure that your registration is intact so that you can compete internationally. You don't have to have an excuse of registration. You can only complain about other things. But registration will be done as soon as Monday. We also like to encourage, and I've seen so many males here, we like to encourage that we have female among you, because we don't want to leave anybody behind. This is the cardinal principle in our sports development policy, that sports shall be for all. So in that regard, we encourage the association to endeavor to bring females on board so that we truly are inclusive in our sports. With those remarks, I thank the Light of the World for organizing this. We have so many partners that have stepped in to support our association, support the government. We truly recognize and appreciate that level of support. As government, we are investing in sports, and this was demonstrated last time we held the first inaugural Sports Financing Conference, where we brought the private sector, government, and development agencies to talk about sports. So the 2025 will be a year of sports.
يا اخوانا انا مبسوط جدا جدا الليله. I'm really proud to see that today I stand in front of you here, seeing my children whom we have been dreaming together, that they are dreaming and are trying to go to the United States. This has been our long dream. And this is the spirit of Paralympics movement. فأنا بشكركم جدا جدا. أنا فرحان الليلة لما بشوفكم زي ده. أنا كنت بتمنى إنه أنتوا تشوفني منه، لكن الآن ما في، لكن أنتوا بتعرفوني. Simon, you are here. You remember what we discussed all these years, especially when we met lately. And this is now the fruits of what is going to take place in this country. I would like to give my thanks first to the Light for the World International. I've been following you all the time in the website. Of recent, when I was trying to give my presentations in the financing conference for sports in this country, I took some photos of this team and portrayed it in the conference. Because I know you help, I know your support. This is something very important. Today when we talk of inclusions in sports, this is how it is done. And mostly, it is you people who are doing greater here. In the Paralympic, you are one of my federation. I have also federation for the amputees football, and John is here, in which one time we couldn't believe when they met a show at the army barracks is built from. It was something golden. You couldn't believe somebody on a crunch is playing football better than each and everyone. Sports bring happiness to people. Sports bring happiness to each and every world. It inspires the world. It makes you stand as a child that is being respected in the international arena, whether in the region or even in the nation. Today in the Paralympic, we have my check here. My check, your guy, your combina. This will be the Paralympic. We got to Tokyo. يدو هسه ما في، لكن بيجي الناس الكويسين وبيجي احسن من الناس الكويسين، وبأحسن يوم على الناس المعجورين. He plays with the people who are able, and he's able to have 11 medals in the 11 ميدان. فأنا عايز أقول لكم إنه أنا من واحد المولود في الأسرة بتظل ما بيشوف. Today, am I blind? Although I have disabilities that have been inflicted to me during the war, I'm also one of the persons with disability. My leg is not okay, my hand is very weak. All these are bullets. That's why I had to start what is called the Paralympic, so that we stand to you together in the international arena. I would like to see that you guys, you will make it. Will you make it?
Yes.
Say, I will do.
Yes.
I will do.
I will do.
I will make it. This is what I told to the basketballers when they were going to fill it in the office of Peter. I said, please, Lord, get up. Are you going to make it? I said, yeah. I said, you will do it. He said, yes, I will do it. And they came up with something good. So, see that you have determinations. You are able. You are not a person with a disability. You are able to play your game. Is there anybody in South Sudan beside you? في زولتان في جنوب السودان غيرك؟ البنشي في Los Angeles?
No.
So you are the champion. Your presence in the stage in the United States is very important for us in South Sudan.
Yes.
And I will do my best to see that I have the full information to the African Paralympic And also to the International Paralympic, I will send this information immediately by next tomorrow. Today, people talk of inclusion, but there's discrimination. This is one of the worst virus we have in this country. Somebody goes to the office, is thought to be a beggar. It's not a beggar. It's a competent athlete, person with disability. But people think that, oh, much gurush. This is what we have been seeing here, and I've talked about it many years. This pains me. I was in South Korea before I started the National Paralympic. I had time to be with people of disabilities. They gave me the spirit to start writing something down to form what is called the National Paralympic Committee in this country. I know what you are, what are your potentials. Do you know that the person with disability has a lot of money in the Paralympic Games? Yes. You have the biggest money. You have all things that is equipment being accorded to you are most expensive. This is because people love you. This is also because you love your sports. Because you are a human being. Humanity is not simple when we're talking the declarations of the human principles in the United Nations. Today, you belong to them, and you are representing each and every human being in the world. Is that not you? Yes. This is you. So I'm very proud to see you guys.
Thank you. My name is Sophia Mohammed. I'm the country director and Disability Inclusion Advisor for Light for the World South Sudan. It's really a remarkable day for Light for the World as the Honorable Minister is with us. We have been really waiting for this moment to make sure that the government is seeing what we are doing in terms of disability inclusion, especially in the area of sports. Light for the World has been supporting the country almost in all states and 2 administrative areas in the area of health, education, and livelihood. And our main targets are children and youth with disabilities. Especially in the area of youth empowerment, we have big projects in Rumbek, Western Bargazal Wow, and Warab State Kwajok, especially supporting young people with different types of disabilities in vocational training centers. I hope you will also do these projects one day. When it comes to inclusive sports, blind football is one of our key and also very unique projects that we are having, supported by UEFA Foundation for Children, now Adidas as well. So in the near future, we would like to work very closely with the National Ministry of Youth and Sports and the Paralympics to make sure that these young people who have a very big dreams to reach to where they want to reach. Their dream is to go to Los Angeles in 2028, and Light for the World will support them fully to make sure that we fulfill their dreams. I would like to thank Honorable Minister and invited guests for coming and witnessing what we do. And also I would like to thank the media to make sure that our programs are aired in South Sudan. As Simon mentioned, we are famous in CNN, BBC, and other international medias, but not in South Sudan. So please make sure that you spread this news, so next time when we play, we want to see very many people to come and watch us. Thank you so much.
Allow me to express my gratitude to all of you who have decided to voluntarily gather in this place today. On behalf of South Sudan Association of the Visually Impaired, we cannot be more than excited to see you jubilating and happy. Whenever you come together and whatever brings you joy and happiness is our utmost priority. Therefore, as an association, I would like once again to congratulate these players who are in front of us here and tell them, I wish to see you in Los Angeles. Your dedication and commitment that started 4 years ago in 2020, where I was one of the players who played blind football, and among the people who actually started playing this vital sport, today you can call me a retired player. Of course, as we try to strengthen everything that makes South Sudan proud, we saw that basketball has made South Sudan proud. But also we want to do something extraordinary by trying to invest in people who are no longer valued in their home. Whenever a parent has a child with visual impairment or a child who is blind in the family, the entire family gets disappointed. The community also gets disappointed. The father becomes worried about the future of his child. The employers become worried about the value of this employer. Everybody becomes concerned that this person is no longer living a valuable life. But on our part, as South Sudan Association of the Visually Impaired, Light for the World, South Sudan Blind Football Association, we decided to say that whatever God has created in His image will remain in His image despite the circumstances. Therefore, as we believe in these important players, we have people who have been isolated and who dropped out of school when they lost their sight, because people felt that they are no longer appropriate for the school setting. In their own families, they were no longer valued, and when people buy new clothes for Christmas, nobody buys for them, because people feel that they don't even see, and therefore they cannot celebrate. Again, people felt that these people cannot represent the family, they cannot be the representative of their own families because they don't see, therefore they will lack wisdom. However, unfortunately, we believe, as I stated earlier, that whatever God has created in His image remains in His image, despite our different intentions. Therefore, today these players, when they play together, they play in the spirit of unity and the spirit of brotherhood. They play as people who can see and people who cannot see, but together they believe that they can achieve their dream. Therefore, as an association, we will continue to support this young association to develop, grow, and prosper. We will continue to support these players so that their value in the community is restored. We will continue to support the development of sport for visually impaired, for people with disabilities, and for everyone in this country. Because we believe that sport is crucial in building peace in the community. We believe that sport is crucial in bringing people together. Therefore, through sport, we forget about our partisan colors. Through sport, we forget about our tribal belonging. Through sport, we forget about our professional qualifications. And through sports, we forget about our sadness.